Hello and welcome to Barry's Economics, all about how biased the BBC is. The BBC gets accused of bias by everyone, doesn't it? Like the left says it's a mouthpiece for billionaires, the right says it's woke propaganda. And everyone in between, we all agree that, well, it's not what it used to be, is it? It's kind of like some masochistic national sport of just like arguing about BBC bias. Don't judge us, it's our way of life. The BBC is biased, of course it is, because humans are biased. And who do you think makes the BBC? Robots. Give it 5 years, and yes, robots. So, there's a fascinating study from 2019 from psychologist Jennifer Eberhardt at Stanford. And she looked at racial bias in police officers in the US. And she found that bias exists. Yes, absolutely. But the officers as a group were actually less biased than the general population because they trained for it, because they're aware of it, and because they try to correct for it. And that's what the BBC is. It's not perfect, but it's trying. It's the institutional equivalent of somebody saying, I'm really working on myself. I'll get there. While the rest of us are in the comments section literally going, you woke twats, in a car park. The truth is that we expect perfection from institutions because we can't handle imperfection in ourselves. It's called perfectionism bias, which is the illusion that a system can ever be pure, neutral, and untainted. But human systems are messy. Democracy, journalism, stand-up comedy, it's all trial and error. And the BBC, of course it's not a cathedral of truth, but it is a mirror that's constantly trying to clean itself. And here's the bit that gets lost while we're all busy accusing the BBC of bias. The fact that there are billionaires in the background rubbing their hands because they own the competition. Murdoch, Rothmere, men whose media empires literally depend on convincing you that the BBC can't be trusted. They don't hate bias. They love bias. Their own bias. What they hate is competition that isn't for profit. You see, bias isn't always what you say. Sometimes it's what you don't say. It's the front page that isn't about inequality. It's about ignoring calls for a wealth tax when everybody else is talking about it. It's about media ownership and media monopoly. Yeah, of course the BBC has bias, but it also has accountability. It's investigated, audited, fact-checked, regulated. Try doing that with a billionaire. You will lose your bollocks. If you do that to a billionaire, your actual human and financial bollocks. Because the problem isn't that the BBC has bias. Really, it's that the rest of us have given up trying to see our own. Because if we could, we'd also realise that every headline we click, every tweet we share, and every news source we trust is just another mirror showing us what we already believe, which is called motivated reasoning. And that's why the BBC still matters. Not because it's right, but because it's still trying to be. And trying in a world of outrage and algorithms might actually be the most radical thing left. So yeah, the BBC is biased.